Hello everybody, this is AG here, and welcome to the Richmond Raceway in Richmond, Virginia, as we are here to qualify for the 5th race of the season in the Haas IndyCar Series 2022. Should have a fun one tomorrow, 83 laps in the race tomorrow. Today we group qualify, and we're going to bring back the two groups themselves. So we're going to have round 1A, round 1B, all the even drivers and points in round 1A, all the odd drivers and points in round 1B. The fastest 6 from each group go on the round 2, and then the fastest 6 in round 2 go for the pole in the fast 6. Those who do not advance on round 1A will be starting on the inside lane from rows 7 on back. And then those who do not advance on in round 1B will be starting on the outside lane in rows 7 from on back. That's pretty much it. I think you guys get it at this point. Let's go ahead and get some cars out there. On the screen you see which drivers are in each group. Round 1A sees Zachary Fitzwater, Nathan Faden, Brandon Nelson, Logan Williams, Cole Raymond, Richard Kinghart, Eric Monaco, Justin Zaidel, Noah Clifton, Nicolas Sambidio, Jesse Turner, Zach Winkle, and Caleb Rose. And then Group 1B sees Trey Smith, Thomas Troxel, Landon Smith Jr., Brian Rodriguez, Jay Knapp, Brock Nelson, Angel Vera, Ace Garcia, Reggie Fogelman, Ethan Lewis, Scott Upton, Chris Reynolds, Elijah Gordon. Top 6 from each round advance on the round 2. And then the top 6 in round 2 go for the pole in the fast 6. Let's go ahead and get this one started here from the Richmond Raceway. 5 minutes in each session of the day. And we'll go ahead and get started with round 1A here for the Virginia 100K qualifying. And here we go for round 1A from Richmond Raceway. And of course, this is not a super speedway, so we do run the road course configuration on the cars here. But that's not going to stop these guys from going really fast around this 3/4 of a mile racetrack. The shortest track on the circuit in the Haas IndyCar Series this season. So we are in store for a great one. Here's Richard Kinghart, number 97, going to be the first driver out there. Of course, unlike the last race that we did at Circuit of the Americas, it doesn't take them too long to get around here at all. So we'll be getting some times on the board here very soon. Of course, all these guys want to do is be top 6 fastest, and they are on to the next round. And, you know, this is one of those places we're going to see quite a bit of passing tomorrow. However, you do want to start up front in this race, I do think, because if you start in the back of the field, you got a lot of cars to pass. And it's still a short track, and even though the race is completely different for these guys than it does in the stock car, it's still hard to get around all those guys, even if it's only 83 laps. It's the longest race we've ever done here before. So those guys definitely want to make sure they get a good starting position if they want to get a good run. Here's Nicolas Sambidio. We have not seen much of Sambidio this season. 104 behind the points leader Zachary Fitzwater. Of course, Zachary Fitzwater has been the class of the field so far this season. There in the number 66 machine. He's won twice already. Has won both of the ovals so far this season at Auto Club in Texas. The only difference between this and Auto Club in Texas is that this is not a super speedway. Even though they go pretty fast here, it does run a little bit more like a road course. So you're not in the gas the whole time. And there is a bit of maneuvering going around, and tire wear comes into effect significantly as well. Fastest driver right now, Logan Williams, in the number 18. 17.355 for Williams right there. And this is one of those tracks where the more laps they run, the faster they get up to a point, and the tires start to wear out. And you just saw it right there with both Kinghart and Logan Williams. Kinghart now to the top of the board, 17.224. A really good time out of the NS Racing driver right there of Richard Kinghart. Comes into this race 11th in points, 73 behind. He's got 3 top 10s this season already, so he's been having a nice season up to this point. This is going to be the quarter-way mark of the season. This is race number 5 of the season, so we're getting there. I mean, it's going to be pretty fast. And with that, we're only 5 races after this one. We're only 5 races to go until the Indy 250, so we're only 2 months away, less than 2 months away, from the biggest race of the year. Logan Williams back up top. I think the guys who are out here the longest may end up getting the best times here. Now, this could be interesting. Do you get a little bit of a pull off these guys? Logan Williams just improved his time again. Right behind Nicolas Sambidio as they get around the 23 of Noah Clifton. Logan Williams definitely looking really strong right here at Richmond. Whereas only the top 6 really count. So right now you got Williams, Sambidio, Kinghart, Fitzwater, Turner, and Zach Winkle. You have 3 of the strongest drivers in terms of overall wins on the channel inside that top 6 right now. And Zachary Fitzwater, if he starts up front, watch out. He is going to be a threat to win the race. Zach Winkle now to the top of the board in the number 28 machine. And then Logan Williams, Nicolas Sambidio, Kinghart, 55 machine there now in 5th. Caleb Rose with a good run right there. And Zachary Fitzwater right now in the last transfer position. But Turner just went back inside the top 6, and then Cole Raymond went ahead and took the fastest time here in the round. So now Raymond, Kinghart, Winkle, Williams, Sambidio, and Turner, with Fitzwater just outside of the top 6. Number 66 machine. Willie improve his time right here. Another guy up there. Williams back up top. Fitzwater up to 5th. And now Fitzwater puts his turnaround. Sambidio. Actually, Sambidio and Turner are tied. And I believe Sambidio has the tiebreaker in points. But that's not going to matter now because they both got pushed out again. Caleb Rose to the 6th position. And now Brandon Nelson to the 6th position in the number 22 machine. Nelson's won 2 poles already this season. Going to be going for a 3rd one here if he can make it in. 00 Nathan Faden, our last winner there. Sambidio back up to 3rd in the number 31. They just keep on getting faster and faster and faster. Logan Williams is a 119. Then you got Brandon Nelson, Cole Raymond, Sambidio, Kinghart, and Winkle. And now Fitzwater on the outside looking in again. He's been in that 7th position a couple of times already in this session, and we're almost done with this session as well. Round 1A almost complete here, and we only need 5 minutes for this. No doubt about it. Logan Williams there in the 18 of the fastest in this session. Looks like he might bring along Nelson. Yep, that'll do it right there. That was quick. They just decided to go ahead and drop the hammer right there. So it will be Logan Williams, Brandon Nelson, Cole Raymond, Nicolas Sambidio, Richard Kinghart, and Zach Winkle advancing on to round 2. Look at how close those times are right there. It's a pretty tight one. No ties to break amongst the guys who did not qualify, though there was a tie between Sambidio and Kinghart. Zachary Fitzwater will start 13th. Nathan Faden will start 15th. Caleb Rose will start 17th. Jesse Turner will start 19th. Noah Clifton will start 21st. Justin Zeidel will start 23rd. And Eric Monaco will start 25th for tomorrow's Virginia 100K. Let's go ahead and get round 1B out on the racetrack here from Richmond. Here we go for round 1B here from the Richmond Raceway. Trey Smith, Thomas Troxel, Landon Smith Jr., Brian Rodriguez, Jay Knapp, Brock Nelson, Angel Vera, Ace Garcia, Reggie Fogelman, Ethan Lewis, Scott Upton, Chris Reynolds, and Elijah Gordon here in this group. And the 6 fastest drivers will join Logan Williams, Brandon Nelson, Cole Raymond, Nicolas Sambidio, Richard Kinghart, and Zach Winkle in round number 2. First driver out there, Angel Olvera in the number 25. We'll have to see how it all goes down for these guys. We do have a very high wind here today. Now, the way I do the weather for qualifying is I take the temperature, the high temperature of the day that the qualifying goes up, at least in the forecast for the local area. But then I take the wind speed from the day I record qualifying. And today, I live maybe about 2.5 hours north of Richmond. It's very, very windy and freezing over here today. I got a 20-mile-per-hour wind going on out here, so that definitely is going to affect these guys. Now, of course, when we get to the race tomorrow, the weather might be completely different because we just do realistic weather. We don't actually set it manually for the race, but we do set it manually for qualifying so that everyone is on an equal footing. So it's the Wisconsin Speedworks guys, Andrew Williams' team right here, the 2 guys on the racetrack right now. Of course, the fastest time that we had, the 17.119, set by Andrew Williams' brother, Logan Williams. So we'll have to see if anyone beats that here in round 1B. Number 25 machine there of Angel Oliveira getting just that slight little bit of a draft. I think it does come into effect. I don't think these guys particularly get slowed up by having someone ahead of them here at Richmond, and these guys are going upwards of 160 miles an hour around this place. I mean, obviously you can tell they're going pretty darn fast. Jay Knapp has kind of struggled as of late. Actually had a good run going for him at Circuit of the Americas. Got taken out on the last lap, I do believe, or the penultimate lap of the event. So he definitely wants to rebound from all of that. We'll have to see if he has a good shot here. Of course, had a great opening race at Auto Club about a month ago, and we'll have to see if he can back that up. Had a great run at Riverside as well. So he had a great start to the season, but has fallen off a little bit since his teammate Nathan Faden won at COTA last week. Brian Rodriguez with the fastest time, but as we have seen, you know, these times get faster and faster as the run goes on, and there's only 5 minutes in the session, so these guys don't have much time to get those fast laps in. You see Rodriguez there of the 194. That's pretty good. At this point of the round, I should say, that would put him 11th in the first round, but these times are going to get faster and faster as we go along, and as we saw with Logan Williams consistently got faster and faster and faster as the session went along. Well, at least right now you got Rodriguez, you got Oliveira, you got Jay Knapp, Trey Smith, Chris Reynolds, and Scott Upton inside the top 6. Elijah Gordon, now this is a guy who needs a good run. He's had a very, very, very difficult season in that 42. Only 16 total points. That's average. He's averaging 4 points a race. That is not good. Not good at all. He is in the 4th position right now as Ethan Lewis has gone to the top of the board. 24 machine of Reggie Fogelman is second. Now you got Rodriguez there in second. And not only that, Ethan Lewis has just clocked in the fastest time today at a 109. That is a 100th faster than Logan Williams had. 13 Rodriguez there, 24. Reggie Fogelman, the 02 is Scott Upton, up to second. And now you got the 25 machine of Angel Oliveira back up inside the top 6. Troxel was there for a second. And then Chris Reynolds came in, and the 50 machine went up to the 5th position. And now you got the 34 Landon Smith Jr. is just going to top all of them and go to the top of the board. And now Ethan Lewis there in second. Reggie Fogelman is third. Scott Upton, Rodriguez, and Oliveira. And now you got a switch there as the 50 of Chris Reynolds goes back inside the top 6 as he knocks off Oliveira from the transfer position. And then Elijah Gordon's going to go and take 5th away and knock Rodriguez out of the transfer position. There's Landon Smith Jr., Ethan Lewis, Reggie Fogelman, Scott Upton, Elijah Gordon, Chris Reynolds, the top 6 fastest here in round 1B. Trying to make it in the round 2. That was some fast runs right there. Fastest time of the day at a 17:06 run. Will we get under 17 seconds here? That is a $1 million question. It looks like we may have stalled out right there. They hit a point where the tire wear just gets a little too much and they start to fall off, and I think we just reached that point. That's a tough break for Rodriguez and Oliveira, who were in that top 6 multiple times during the session. It's not going to happen for them. That'll do it for round 1B. And it will be Landon Smith Jr., Ethan Lewis, Reggie Fogelman, Scott Upton, Elijah Gordon, and Chris Reynolds joining Logan Williams, Brandon Nelson, Cole Raymond, Nicolas Sambidio, Richard Kingart, and Zach Winkle in round number 2. Brian Rodriguez will start alongside Zachary Fitzwater in row 7. Angel Oliveira will start alongside Nathan Faden in row number 8. Thomas Troxel will start alongside Caleb Rose in row 9. Then you have Brock Nelson starting alongside Jesse Turner in row number 10. Trey Smith will start alongside Noah Clifton in row 11. Ace Garcia will start alongside Justin Seidel in row number 12. And then Eric Monaco and Jay Knapp in the final row for tomorrow's 83 lap race. Of course, once we finish the Fast 6, we will give you the official full starting lineup for tomorrow's event. Let's go ahead and get to round number 2 here from Richmond. Landon Smith Jr., Ethan Lewis, Reggie Fogelman, Scott Upton, Elijah Gordon, Chris Reynolds, and then Logan Williams, Brandon Nelson, Cole Raymond, Nicolas Sambidio, Richard Kingart, and Zach Winkle. See who makes it into the Fast 6 here, Richmond. Here we go for round number 2. Top 6 go to the Fast 6 for the pole. And then positions 7 through 12 will be determined for those who do not advance on from this round. We're looking forward to see how it all goes down. Landon Smith Jr., Ethan Lewis, Reggie Fogelman, Scott Upton, Elijah Gordon, Chris Reynolds, then Logan Williams, Brandon Nelson, Cole Raymond, Nicolas Sambidio, Richard Kinghart, and Zach Winkle, the 12 drivers here in round number 2. Don't have many guys who are starting up outside of Brandon Nelson. Brandon Nelson and Landon Smith Jr. are the highest guys in points in this session. You also got Logan Williams up here as well. Cole Raymond, a top 10 driver in points in this second round. No one's gone out yet. It's not much. I mean, obviously it's a short track, the shortest track on the circuit, so they don't need that much time, but you'd think a minute into the session someone would get out there. But no one has yet. Very interesting. A lot of this is how group qualifying used to be in NASCAR, when you got the draft off of the guy ahead of you and no one would move. And then there was one time when no one even qualified because no one went out. Then they changed it back to single car qualifying, which we do that if it didn't take a million years to do it. Of course, we're going to do it for the Indy 250 because that race deserves it, but nothing against this race. It doesn't quite deserve single car qualifying. This is plenty good enough for us. Zach Winkle, first driver out there in the number 28 machine. And there's not going to be much time for these guys to get these times in here. And as we have seen, they just keep on getting faster and faster, then all of a sudden cut off, and that's it. And that's what we're going to see here in this second round. Of course, top 6 is all you need. So, 28 machine of Zach Winkle there, 17.578. The fastest time we have seen so far today was set by Landon Smith Jr. at a 0.61, 17.061. So, we will have to see if anyone can beat that here in round 2 or in the Fast 6. Chris Reynolds there, number 97, Richard Kinghart. They're coming through. Landon Smith Jr. was the driver who set that fast lap there for American Motorsports. A really good lap time there for Landon Smith Jr. His brother Trey Smith won at Riverside and actually had a good run at COTA as well. He's second in the points, but Trey Smith did not make it past the first round. Kinghart fastest right now. And then you got Winkle, Gordon, Fogelman, Sambidio, and Logan Williams, but those times are nowhere near where they have been. These guys, as the tires warm up, they hit that sweet spot point maybe about 5 or 6 laps in, and then they fall off, and that's where it's at. Gordon now fastest with Winkle, Kinghart, Fogelman, Raymond, and now Chris Reynolds inside the top 6. Reggie Fogelman there is 6th quickest right now. Not been a good season for Fogelman. 18th in points, 100 behind already from Zachary Fitzwater. He's 2nd quickest now. Good time there. Winkle back to the top. Sambidio right behind Fogelman there in 3rd. Scott Upton, Elijah Gordon, Richard Kinghart. It's a good opportunity for Sambidio to finally get something his way here this season. He's not been running up front. He's 104 behind Fitzwater in the championship. And he's hugging that inside there, looking for a shot at the pole here from Richmond. Gordon there up to 2nd. This is going to be huge for Elijah Gordon if he can get a good starting position for this race. Like I said, he's been averaging 4 points a race so far this season. And mind until you get 50 points for winning, and one driver's already won twice this year. 133 points behind after just 4 races for Elijah Gordon now. Tremendously poor start, but he's looking to change all that around. And the 22, Brandon Nelson, just snuck his way inside the top 6 there. You got Zach Winkle, Elijah Gordon, Logan Williams, Reggie Fogelman, Nicolas Sambidio, and now you got the 34 up to 2nd now. Fogelman's up to 6th. Nelson and Sambidio both knocked out. Now Upton up to 6th. So now you got Zach Winkle, Landon Smith Jr., Elijah Gordon, Sambidio up to 3rd. And Sambidio's going to push Upton now. Kinghart's back up to 6th. It's Winkle, Smith Jr., Sambidio, Gordon, Williams, and Kinghart. That's the top 6. And it keeps on changing. And once again, Chris Reynolds inside the Fast 6. Great run for Reynolds there in the 50. So it's Winkle, Reynolds, Smith Jr., Sambidio, Gordon, and Williams. The top 6 right now. And I think that's what it's going to be right at the end there for Chris Reynolds. How about that for Chris Reynolds there at the end? And I think Winkle just clocked in the fastest time of the day at a 17:05.4. So it's Zach Winkle, Chris Reynolds, Landon Smith Jr., Nicolas Sambidio, Elijah Gordon, Logan Williams, the Fast 6. Kingard just missed it out by 1/1000th of a second, but he'll start in the 4th row alongside Scott Upton, Reggie Fogelman and Brandon Nelson in row 5, Ethan Lewis and Cole Raymond in row number 6. Let's see who wins the pole here. Richmond Fast 6 underway with Zach Winkle, Chris Reynolds, Landon Smith Jr., Nicolas Sambidio, Elijah Gordon, and Logan Williams. Here we go to see who wins the pole here from the Richmond Raceway, and they're not waiting any time at all here for this one. Zach Winkle, Chris Reynolds, Landon Smith Jr., Nicolas Sambidio, Elijah Gordon, and Logan Williams. One of those 6 drivers will get that bonus point towards the championship for winning the pole here at Richmond. Landon Smith Jr., the first driver out on the racetrack right there. They got the 42 there of Elijah Gordon. They're the 2 drivers out on the racetrack right now. Zach Winkle has gotten the fastest time of the day so far to 0.58. We'll have to see. Anyone can... Oh, 0.54, excuse me. Let's have to see if anyone can beat that here in this Fast 6 shootout. Of course, these times will get faster as we go along. Right now, Logan, or should I say Landon Smith Jr. with the fastest time, 17.660. Now in this Fast 6, you may not get any of those drafting moves, anyone kind of right behind somebody else, so all these guys might be spread out and might be down the pure speed. Elijah Gordon, 17.499. Because Elijah Gordon loved to win the pole for this race. That would give him an extra bonus point towards the championship. And of course, he would start first, so be a good opportunity at having something go his way early on in this season. Still has the fastest time, 4:07. Still waiting on Reynolds, Sambidio, and Logan Williams. They are all still in the pit lane. And a 2.85 for Landon Smith Jr. in the 34 machine. We'll have to see if that 34 can, in fact, hold on to this, because those 3 guys are still on the pit lane. They're waiting. They're waiting for these guys to maybe warm the racetrack up a little bit. I don't know. We've already warmed the racetrack up. These guys, you know, they're not even going to have good tires once these guys come off here, because they've kind of worn their tires and worn their stuff out. And I'm wondering if these guys are waiting so they don't give them an advantage. Because if they're all out there, you do get that little bit of a draft. Hey, they're still getting there. They're still getting those fast times. 2.25 there for Landon Smith Jr. Gordon also improved to a 2.64. Still way off, though, from the fastest time that we've seen here today. Here's Sambidio. Reynolds is out there in the 50 machine. He's starting his fast lap here. And you got Sambidio there on his flying lap coming around to begin his fast lap in the 31 machine. And now we're just waiting on the last driver, Logan Williams, who was fast in the first round 1A. Zach Winkle to the top of the board. 2.08 for Winkle there. He was the slowest of those 3 guys for a while. Then Gordon came through with a 2.02. Good run there for Elijah Gordon, but still far, about a 10th of a second off the 10th and a half off, I should say, of the fastest times that we were seeing in the first couple of rounds. Sambidio at a 7.08, but he's still warming up his tires out there, so he's going to get a few more laps, and he'll eventually get up to speed there. Logan Williams as well. You see Sambidio improving his times a little bit there to 5.25. I'd watch out for these 3 guys who have just come on the racetrack. You got Reynolds there all by himself right here, though, as Gordon comes in, as Smith Jr. just went to the top of the board, 1.86, so Gordon's not going to get the pole. It may be Landon Smith Jr. at a 17.186 right here. But I'd watch out for these 2 guys, Sambidio and preferably Logan Williams here, who may be getting just a bit of a tow here. They're starting to creep up their times, but it just keeps on winding up, so they're still 5th and 6th. Chris Reynolds, I don't think he's hit full potential yet either in the 50 machine, but he is all by himself right there. for Owen Miles' team. Landon Smith Jr. there at a 186, still holding on to this pole position. Watch out for Sambidio and Logan Williams here. They're starting to improve their times a little bit more each lap. Cross the line there for Sambidio. He goes... Actually, Landon Smith Jr. improved, or should I say Logan Williams improved to a 2.58. He went across Chris Reynolds, but Reynolds just went to the top of the board with a 1.63. He just improved. He just got his fastest time. Let's see what Sambidio does. Nothing on either of those guys. They're still 5th and 6th, but how about Chris Reynolds there in the 50? He snuck his way into the Fast Six right at the end of the session of round 2, and it looks like he might get the pole. You're going to add 30 more seconds right here. It's almost done. Actually, 20 more seconds. They don't get much extra time here. Last chance for Sambidio and Williams. They're both going to get good starting positions regardless. Especially if you start in that inside lane like Sambidio will, if they stay the way they are. And somebody moved up. Landon, or should I say Logan Williams to 3rd. Right at the end there, 192. So it's Reynolds, Landon Smith Jr., Logan Williams, Elijah Gordon, Zach Winkle, and Nicolas Sambidio. And I think that is officially how it's going to go. Chris Reynolds wins the pole for the Virginia 100K. How about that? Right there, right near the end of the session. So Chris Reynolds, Landon Smith Jr., Logan Williams, Elijah Gordon, Zach Winkle, Nicolas Sambidio. You see the official starting lineup for the race there on the left-hand side of your screen. Chris Reynolds gets the bonus point towards the championship for winning the pole here at Richmond, and he will start alongside Landon Smith Jr. on the front row, Logan Williams and Elijah Gordon row 2, and then Zach Winkle and Nicolas Sambidio there in row number 3. Row number 4, we'll see Richard Kinger and Scott Upton, and you got Reggie Fogelman, Brandon Nelson, Ethan Lewis, Cole Raymond, Zachary Fitzwater, Brian Rodriguez, Nathan Faden, Angel Olvera, Caleb Rose, Thomas Troxel, Jesse Turner, Brock Nelson, Noah Clifton, Trey Smith, Justin Zidell, Ace Garcia, Eric Monaco, Jay Knapp. The full starting lineup for the Virginia 100K here from Richmond. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow at noon Eastern Time for the 5th race of the season in the 2022 Haas IndyCar Series. Have a good day, and we will see you guys later for the Virginia 100K. Congratulations to Chris Reynolds on winning the pole, and I will see you guys later.